defeated long enough and mistreated long enough. Queen, it's time to stand up. Queen, it's time to get up. Queen, it's time to rise. Queen, rise up.
Hey, welcome to Queens Rise Up Women Empowerment. What we do around here, we empower you, that woman, to do what? To know her worth. Queen, listen, when you get up this morning and put your feet on the ground, make the devil mad that you are up this morning, and make sure you have your foot on the jugular of his neck. Do you hear me this morning? Listen, that thing is up to you. And remember, we meet here Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Queen Rise Up, where we empower you, that woman, to know your worth and your value. Listen to me. Once you know your worth and you understand your value, Queen, then take your life changes, how you handle business changes, how people conduct business with you changes, and what you allow in your life changes. That is real talk. Can I tell you? So we come here this morning, so you want to be empowered across every aspect of your life, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, listen, financially, socially, somebody say the whole nine. So what God does, he empowers you from the inside out, not just from the outside in. We are walking out life, we are doing life, and it's up to you to choose. Can I tell you, no one's going to make that choice for you. We can lead you to the water, but we can't make you drink. That's going to be up to you. Do you hear me? But we meet here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we walk this thing out according to the will of God concerning you. But thank you for joining. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you are posting. Listen, let's do this morning because I noticed that with this app, we have some disruption. Someone said try StreamYard. There's some disruptions. So maybe I need to switch over to StreamYard. Let me see what they're talking about, what they're going to give, and how long they're going to allow me. Because I think over here, it seems like we only get about a good 30, 45 minutes before the broadcast is interrupted through the streaming app. But listen, let's get up this morning. Remember, life and death is in the power of your tongue. And thank you for the shout out on StreamYard, Queen. I heard you. I got you. I couldn't reply to the comment. I don't know why, but I was able to see a little bit of it. All this new fancy Facebook stuff, they're going to go ahead and leave me alone. You hear me? But when you get up this morning, Queen, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. When you get up this morning and put your feet on the ground, I want you to open up your mouth and make sure you are making your declarations and your decrees. And make sure when you make your declaration and your decrees, you are in proper alignment to the will of God concerning you. If you know that you had a shaky moment, a shaky time, Lord, forgive me for my transgressions and my iniquities. Lord, I recognize where I am. Lord, I need your help in this. Lord, please clean up my heart, clean up my mind. So when you make your decrees and your declarations, you know for factual fact that they have been heard. But because sometimes we get in here, we'll come in, make our declarations, and we'll make our decrees. Man, we come in, our hands be so dirty, heart be unclean, mind be unstable. Listen, take it to the altar, tell God forgive you. Listen, right where you are in your seat. Do you hear me? Because we have a habit. I know up in here, just jumping in here, talking about Lord, and we start declaring and decreeing, but let your heart and your mind be in alignment to the will of God. Can I just say that this morning? So before you even make a decree, before you even start to declare, tell God, say, Lord, come on, good morning, Queen. Good morning, Felicia. Lord, forgive me. You hear me? Forgive me. I turn from from my wicked ways. Listen, real talk. And before you start making declarations, you want your decrees to be heard. You want what you speak out of your mouth. Come on, Will. Come on. Don't start none. Don't be none this morning, because sometimes we're entering in. Come on. We got unclean hands, unclean heart. We got bitter batter on our minds. Real talk. Ask God to straighten that stuff up before you talking about, Lord, give me something. Give me some of the good. Give me some of the good. Listen, you got to clean that thing up. Whether you just acknowledge where you are with God, This is a struggle right here where I am. I'm having a hard time in this place. Lord, I need your help. Lord, I turn from it. My attacks are heavy. The pain is heavy. The frustration has got me, you know what, ready to orangutan everything that comes into my presence. Lord, I need your help this morning. So when you start decreeing and declaring who God says you are, come on. He said, listen, things start. Good morning, Renee. Things start happening. Do you hear me? Listen, so get up and declare this morning, I am. Come on, I am who God says I am. I can do what God says I can do. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am more than a conqueror. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I am the head and not the tail. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Oh, come on. I need you to get up. I am worthy. I am bold. I am beautiful. I am attractive. I am the apple of God's eye. I need you to get up this morning. Queens, when you be listening, life and death is in the power of your tongue. Come on, my mind is whole. Come on, I am walking with the mind of Christ. Listen to me. Oh, man, you got to say it. Listen, you got to say it out of your mouth. Decree and declare. Listen to me, that my hands, come on. Wherever the sit treads, come on, I am. Wherever my hands or the soles of my feet tread, I will prosper. I will obtain. And this is real talk. I am the child I am. You are that queen. Do you hear me today? And we already know. Come on. Chapter say, look back to the cross and clean your face so you can see God face to face. Real talk. Queen, sometimes we ain't cleaning our faces, Queen. We trying to get into the best place. We trying to get to the other side. We trying to, matter of fact, before we even went over and crossed over the Jordan, guess what? They had to fast for 3 days, honey. They wasn't finna cross with all that mess. You ain't finna cross. I got you. You ain't finna cross with all that mess. Did you hear me? Before Nehemiah went to go build the wall, he went into prayer for the people for their sins. Don't start none, won't be none, because we talk about we is, and we am. Listen. What's your heart like? Is it bitter? Listen to me. What's your mind like? Is it stable? Was your hands in the cookie jar last night? Listen, real talk. I'm just saying, while we're declaring and decreeing what God says concerning us, do you hear me? And sometimes we ain't washing our faces. Queen, you gotta wash your face. Wash your face. Come on. Do you hear me? Come on. You are the head and not the tail. Listen to me. You are above and not beneath. Come on. Listen to me. He that is in you, come on, is greater than he that is in this world. Do you hear me? You can do it. Why? Because he said you're more than a conqueror and you can do all things and not some things through Christ who strengthens you. So in other words, I am a conqueror. I am a winner. I need you to get up this morning and declare it. I am wealthy. I am prosperous. My feet, come on, the soles of my feet. Listen to me. They have instructions. Come on, I am instructed. I am royalty. Come on, listen. I am that of a royal priesthood. I am the salt of the earth. I am the, come on. Listen to me. I am the salt of the earth. Queens, what you say, what you think, it matters. That thing, you can do it. And not only can you do it, I will and I can. And for some of you, you already done did it. Did you hear me? You can do it. Yesterday, I talked about how your value goes up when you are obedient. Your value, the value of who you are goes up. But also when your value goes up, the pressure goes up. Let me help you this morning. Good morning, Queen. Good to see you. You are an overcomer. Come on, listen. You are an overcomer. Don't you know you are the king's kids? Let me tell you what the king told death. He said, where is your sting? You are made in his likeness and in his image. Can I listen? Oh, death, where is your sting? You can do this. You are more than. You are an overcomer. You are worthy. Queen, you are a king's kid. You ain't no order. Listen, don't start now with me over here. We are the king's kid. We are inheritors to the kingdom of God. That means we are joint heirs. Oh my God. I need y'all to get up. Good morning, Queens. We are joint heirs to the kingdom of God. Don't you know daddy owns the cattle shall win 1,000 hills. Let me tell you, don't start none. But I want to share this with you. Oh, Lord, wait a minute. Let me go back in. Wait a minute. Sometimes you got to remind yourself whose you are and who you belong to. He said, if you're fearfully and wonderfully made, Queen, you are beautiful. You are amazing. You are strong. Come on. Listen to me. Real talk. Do you hear me? Now, my question to you is this morning, what do you do when the pressure is on? When the pressure is on. Sometimes you don't feel as beautiful. Sometimes you don't feel as bold. Sometimes you don't feel as strong. Sometimes you don't feel as worthy. Let me tell you something. When you are being tested, when you are being tried by things in life, when you dip to the left, sometimes you don't always feel. I'm going to help you. And we know this walk is not by feelings, but by faith. But let me just be honest with you this morning. Sometimes when the pressure is on, you don't feel your best self. And so God says this, what do you do when the pressure on? Because we talked about the value when things, let me say something. What happens is when there's a value on anything, listen to me. There's a value. There's things that come with your value increasing. Your value of who you are begin to increase. So when you have pressures of life, how are you handling your pressure? He says, listen, because now once you learn how to handle the pressures of life, you go to the next level of increase. But if you understand the next, you become more valuable. But understand the value came with the pressure. Come on, listen to me. Value came with the remake or the remodel or the rebuild. I'm going to help somebody today. So that means reconstruction. So what do you do when the pressure is on? Because listen, sometimes you don't feel like you the apple of God's eye. And that is real talk. Oh, Lord, do you still love me? David said, Lord, don't take your spirit from me. Listen, you can find me wherever I am. You can come all the way to the pit. Listen, but don't take your spirit from me. So in other words, there is moments in life. Listen, there is moments in life with the pressure, come on, listen to me, the next level, I'm telling you, that comes with pressure and the value of who you are. Do you hear me? Because I don't know about you. You got to remind yourself. This is why we get them in the morning. I am who God says I am. So what do you do? And can you stay steadfast under the pressures of life? This is real talk. Because let me tell you something, Queens. We talked to, oh man, I tell you, when you start are moving and elevating and creating the worth and the value of who you are in Christ, man, the pressure, can I tell you the pressure gets higher. The pressure. Listen, he says, well, blessed is the man, come on, blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial. That's James 1 and 2. So in the midst of the pressure, come on, somebody say, I'm in the pressure cooker. Sometimes you're in the press just for life in general, your thoughts. Good morning. And so when the pressure is on, he says, James 1 and 2, he says, blessed is the man who remains steadfast. Can you stay steadfast? Whoa! Come on, when you are under trial, come on, the pressure is on, when the attacks is on, when you have hit another level of spiritual realm of warfare, when the pressure is on, can you still stay steadfast? Come on, he said, for when he stood the test, listen to me, when he stood the test, he will receive the crown of life God has promised to those who love him. Let me tell you that again this morning. Come on, Queen. Good morning, Tamala. Listen to me. Come on. My hair will never lack oil. Come on. It will not. He says, but listen to me. What happens is even in the midst of I am who God says I am. I can do what God says I can do. I am the head and not the tail. Wherever the soles of my feet tread, I will prosper. I am bold. I am confident. Come on. I am wealthy. I will never lack. Come on. Mentally, emotionally, psychologically. Now we got all this in our bosom, Queens. Now when life trials come on, how are you holding up? How are you handling your business? How are you conducting your life? How are you holding on to all the things that God says I am? Are you still operating as I am under pressure? Queens, I'm going to help you this morning. He says, listen, he says, blessed is the man who remains steadfast. That means when you hit that pocket of warfare that would take you to another dimension. Do you hear me? Are you still holding fast? Can you still carry out the task? Can you still walk like I am who God says I am? Can you still take the pressure that comes. Come on, you got to learn how to stand, Queen, because you're going to have moments, man, where I call it when the monkeys want to ride your back. Do you hear me? They want to take a ride on your life. And the monkeys, let me tell you about them jokers right there. They come in packs, they come in the gangs. Do you hear me? They're not, I'm help somebody. But can you still stay steadfast while the pressure is on, while the heat is on? Can you still walk in? I am who God says I am. I can do what God says I can do. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. There is no lack. Come on, my oil, come on, is fresh oil. Listen to me, Queens, real talk. I'm not, yeah, real talk, because it's real life. Can I tell you? Listen, real talk and real life. Can you still march to God's drumbeat under pressure? And when you under pressure, who do you call to? He says in Psalms 118 and 5 and 6, listen, David said, out of my distress, I called unto the Lord, and he answered me, and he set me free. Whoa, listen to me. The Lord is on my side. I will not fear what man can do unto me when the pressure is on. This is real talk, Queens. I'm going to help y'all this morning. Listen, there's all pressure. When there's a pressure, that means there's pressing. A diamond and its value is based on the cut and the heat of the diamond, the pressure. I'm going to help somebody today. If you can handle, come on, he has set me free. He says, out of distress, I called unto the Lord. Who are you calling on this morning? Listen, and the Lord answered me. Because what happens when you start growing and elevating? The things that come with your growth in your elevation comes with pressure. Some of you right now experiencing things in life, in the press. But what do you do when you're there? Do you stop living? Do you stop going? Or do you go ahead and walk, get over that mountain? Or do you pull back? This is too much for me. Or do you keep going? Queens, you're going, listen to me. New levels, they come with the territory, but you got to know it. That's why you got to keep going and stay steadfast, even when and while the pressure is on. Do you hear me? When nobody won't buy it, when nobody won't look at it, just keep going when the pressure is on. When you think nobody's looking, they're watching, just keep going. Do you hear me? Just keep showing up. He says when the pressure is on, when you are still under trial. And let me tell you something, you got to stay steadfast. And let me look at the word steadfast, because what happens is sometimes we'll talk more about the issue than the one who's the problem solver. So when you're standing steadfast, you got to say what God says. And sometimes that is not easy. Because sometimes that thing that is pressuring you got your back against the wall, may have you unfaithful, uncommitted, not dependable, and not reliable. He says, listen, because steadfast is all those things. Loyal. Oh, faithful, committed, devoted, dedicated, dependable, and reliable. Queen, don't start none, won't be none. Under pressure, are you? Because Queens, I'm going to tell you, rising up from the inside out, not just from the outside in. No matter what's going on where you are. Whoa! You got to be steadfast. Let me have a sip this morning. Wait a minute. Now I'm looking back over my life and just showing up even in the midst of every trial. Didn't back up, didn't run under the cover, kept coming and kept showing up in spite of. Come on, walking in steadfastness. Don't start none, won't be none. Still faithful to the purpose, still faithful to the cause, still committed to the assignment, still devoted to the plan. Come on, still devoted and dependable upon the purpose. Don't start none under pressure, queens, because if you're not there, it's coming. Do you hear me? Under pressure. Listen to me, when they send you a letter in the mail to tell you, look, listen. You get that phone call. Oh, listen. And some of you have been operating in steadfastness. You know what? I'll be very honest with you. I've been in church for a whole long time, and I've been reading that scripture for a long, long time. Faithful. Committed. A lot of times you will find yourself doing things and don't even realize you are already operating in them. And sometimes we'll be like, Lord, where you at? You're already walking in. You're already doing. Just because it's not highlighted to the degree in which you think it should be. Some of us made it right here this far because of steadfastness and devotion and committed. Oh, I've been operating in that all along. Because he said you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Think of some of your hardest tasks and you overcame. Oh, I was walking in steadfastness, honey. Did you hear me? And then not only was I walking in steadfastness, and then you wonder, like, listen, what this happens, and then God comes and do an overflow because he says, listen, you're going to receive a crown for your trials. Don't you start none, won't be none. Do you hear me? He says, blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial. For when he has stood the test, you will be tested, you will be tried. Man, life will but don't let it play you. It will test you, but don't let life play you. You hear me? Listen. He says, and he will receive a crown of life, which God has promised those who love him. God was there all the time. Listen, don't start none, won't be none. Queens, you're walking out your life, your purpose, your assignment. You are getting ready to manifest. Things are getting ready to manifest in your life. Probably things that you've just been thinking about. Do you hear me? You're getting ready to walk out aspects of your life. No longer sitting in that place that some of you have already walked out of, even in the spirit of your mind. What do you do when there's pressure? The crown of life. Why? Because you stood the test. You stood the trial, queen. You didn't good morning, queens. Listen, he will receive the crown of life. Remember, you are not preparing for where you are, but you are preparing for where you're going. Do you hear me? And queen, listen, I am managing my energy and maintaining my focus. Your steadfastness, queen. Listen, because blessed is the man who's steadfast under trials. Managing your energy and maintaining your focus. Do you hear me? Whoa, walk. You gotta walk, man. You gotta go through it. It's necessary, painful, but necessary. We understand that there is pain in purpose. It don't make sometimes. Listen to him. He says, there's pain in purpose. I am disconnected from those things and people that doesn't serve my future. Queen, anything that is not profitable. Do you hear me? If it is not profitable mentally, emotionally, psychologically, disconnect. Do you hear me? Listen to me. I don't know about you. Come on, walk in the favor because I am. Come on, walk in it this morning. Walk in it this morning. You know, when you start walking in things that you are, who God says you are, You are managing your energy, your focus. I am who God says I am. I can do what God says I can do. I am the head and not the tail. Oh, it's B-I-G-G, big. Don't start nothing, Queen. It's going to be big. What I am finding out in this journey called life with Christ. Listen. Come on. Yes, Queen. Listen to me. Separating, getting rid of, moving things out that are not profitable, disconnecting. Listen to me. That part, because when the pressure of life is on and you are working and walking in your steadfastness, you are making decisions to stay faithful, committed, dependable to the will of God concerning you. And there's distractions and things that are not profitable. You need to listen to me. Stop having that same old conversation. Good morning, Queen. What do you do when the pressure is on? It is up to you. This is your life. Queen said, I disconnect. Honey, I let them walk out in a heartbeat. If something gotta go, it gotta go. It has to go. If you gotta let go, you have to let go. He says, blessed is the man who remains steadfast. Good morning, Queen. Listen, blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial. What do you do when you are under trials? What is your response? Do you not work the business? Do you not show up for the job? Do you not make choices that are profitable? What do you do when you're under trial? Can God depend on you for the assignment on your life? Can you get up on time? Can you stay devoted to your prayer life, your meditation life? Do you work on that thing 2 to 3 hours a day? How are you handling your trials? Do you get up in the morning and say, I just ain't going because I don't feel like it? Or do you begin to say, I am who God says I am? I can do what God says I can do. I have strength as, come on, listen to me. Because I'm the salt of the youth, the salt of the earth. I am the representative. I am, come on. It is a faith walk, Queen, not a feeling. Ooh. By faith and not by sight. Pressure. Pressure. If you don't learn how to handle the pressure, it'll take you out mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, spiritually. You got to learn how to rock in your trial, how to manage your emotion and stay focused. This is real talk, you hear me? Yesterday, me and my son, we went to the doctor's yesterday. We both had appointments. It was at 3, mine was at 3:30, whatever happened. The doctor says, you and your son are healthy. She said, you two were the easiest patients that I have ever had. She says, back at this time, you were 208, she looked at numbers, said 211. She said, get back there. She said, you and your son, y'all got 6 months to do it. Now, I went through surgery, and so I'm in recovery from all that surgery and all those things and getting back to my weight. But through it was a yearly visit. So all that time to get from that appointment to the next one, I've been maintaining, staying steadfast and devoted. I'm going to help you this morning. Come on. To the purpose, to the assignment, to being healthy. Did you hear me? Even in the midst of the trial. And that's Pearl, the trials. Even in the midst of the tests. Staying steadfast, staying focused, maintaining the emotion. Listen to me, making sure that I stayed in my best health, whether it was mental, emotional, spiritual, or physical. You understand me? Even while going through trials, staying devoted to the assignment, staying devoted to the purpose. I'm going to help you this morning. I have learned to let God work all tests as necessary. Real talk, do you hear me? Because there were certain battles that you don't have to put out. Just let them smoke out. Do you hear me? When your mind is made up, don't start none, won't be none. Because now you are, come on, real talk. Some things you just got to let them smoke. It's some things smoking now, Queens. Just go ahead and smoke out. I ain't going to touch it. I ain't going to fool with it. I ain't going to spend no energy on it. Listen to me. I ain't, look, God, do it and keep it moving. So God, you do it so you can stay focused. Come on, real focused mind, real talk. He said, let this mind be in you that was also in Christ Jesus. Reese, you better reset it, Queen. Don't start now. Listen, let this mind be in you. Keep your mind sober-minded. Let me tell you something, real talk. And I'm going to tell you, there are some things that are after this joker. Do you hear me? It is after your minds, and I mean it. Listen to me. The thoughts, imaginations. Listen, we can call images into fruition. Come on, you can take your mind and your body, and come on, they can do separate works. Listen to me. Don't start none. We said, when you become a child of the kingdom, your body is no longer yours. It is not yours. Listen to me, real talk. My mind is made up. My heart is fixed. I shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of living water, and I shall not be moved. Don't move, steadfast, devoted, and committed. Do you hear me? And that is real talk. Queens, listen. And I know some of us have had some blows in life. Listen to me. That should have knocked us out, took us out, turned us upside down. Did you hear me? Real talk. Oh, conversations. Come on. Tragedies and trials and circumstances. Listen, should have took us out. Do you hear me? But because he that is in you is greater than he that is in this world, you are still standing. Do you hear me? And you are still, listen, even with the reset of the mind, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. That reset, Queen, don't start none. He'll teaching you how to steadfast. Hold on. Listen, some of you right now, you still wonder, like, God, how did I make it thus far? He says, because I am was in you. I am is in you. I am that I am is within you. Don't you know, it's like we have the survival or the fight in us. Where do you think we got that fight from? Don't start none, won't be none. Whoa! We have a fight inside of us. But we ain't fighting. We fighting what I am that I am. And then the weapons in our fight are not carnal, but they are mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Every time you say, I am who God says I am, don't you know you just hit the enemy below the belt? When you get up and declare that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, don't you know you're doing spiritual warfare? This ain't no ordinary This ain't ordinary pressure, queens. It's because God people is looking for a response. So when you keep quiet, they don't know how to ask when you're quiet. But God, because God is working, don't stop none, don't be none. Don't listen, because every battle is not meant. Gertrude, do you hear me, queen? I do not address every battle. It's one raging right now as we speak. Do you hear me? Won't touch it. Hands in my pocket. Lord, you do it. And I'm going on about my business. Do you hear me? Some things are not meant. But some people get a thrill. Pick your battles. But some people get a thrill out of the certain things. Because it's, because some things don't work themselves out. And you don't know what God is up to in the in-between. You mess around and put your hands in it the wrong way, you can mess up the whole plan, queen. Did you hear me? Gonna let them do what they gotta do. Gonna let them say what they need to say. Go ahead on. Choose your battle. You just stay steadfast, faithful, devoted, committed to the assignment. God says vengeance is his. Don't touch that thing. Go and put the word on it and walk. Put the word on it and keep moving. Don't put a whole lot of thought into it and keep it moving. Ooh. Not my monkey, not my circus. You know what? So we ain't even going to attend the show. Listen, she said, not my monkey and not my circus. So we're not going to attend the show. Don't start none, won't be none. Do you hear me? Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial. If it hasn't presented itself, oh, it will. I promise you. If you're not on your A game, that pressure will have you cussing, fussing, complaining, saying unlawful, illegal things out of the same belly that flows life. If you don't have pressure under control and steadfast under your trial, it'll have you thinking illegally. And your thoughts are just as powerful as your words. Did you hear me? Blessed is the man who remains steadfast. You know those moments when we talk about that friendly fire? And when you can catch yourself before it goes beyond. Let me step back now. I don't want the Rottweiler and the pit bull to come up out this joker. But we are going to respect one another. We are going to do that. We shake hands, conduct business, release the pressure. Don't start none. What you say? Breathe. Release the pressure. Release the pressure. Tell God, Lord, if you need help, Lord, I need your help. This is too big for me. Lord, they are after me. Lord, please chase them down. Lord, just go and so you can stay steadfast. Lord, arrest every move they make that is illegal. Lord, you said the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they are mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Lord, sever the cords. Lord, disconnect, come on, with the energy flows that is illegal. Do you hear me? And you got to learn, come on, when the pressure's on, because you got to learn how to stay steadfast. Listen to me, even if you get under, while you are under, and when attack presents itself, I am who God says I am. Come on, I can do what God says I can do. Whoa, real talk. Breathe, Queen, don't stop. Look, y'all remember the movie Waiting to Exhale? No, we ain't gonna breathe like that though, but anywho, breathe in, breathe out. Listen, don't miss living your best life because of the pressure. Don't miss what God has for you because of the pressure. And I don't know what your pressure is and what your pressure look like. If you want your crown, you gotta stand your ground. Queens, this is real talk this morning. Upon coming, matter of fact, upon last night, spiritual warfare was at its height. It was at its highest height. Whew. It was at a height. Do you hear me? It's on another realm. You gotta be able to still do the purpose and the assignment under the pressure, under the attacks. Do you hear me? You got to be able to walk out of the spirit of your mind. Come on. Come on. Yes, the Queen. Whoa! Out the spirit of your mind. Real talk. And Queen, when you release, when the pressure is released, the peace of God that surpasses all understanding takes dominance. It takes precedence in your life. A peace that surpasses the understanding. That means everything that goes on, peace goes beyond it and over it. Do you hear me? And it's not like the things that cause the pressure is gone. It's not like the mountain has moved. It happens, God gives you the peace to sustain. He goes, come on. You release your bully to the neighbor. You know what? Let me, if I tell you, don't start nothing. Yes, Queen, it was a high level. Another level. It was a ram of an attack. But keeping your mind in its right spiritual posture and steadfast. And that's the steadfastness is in the spirit, Queen. Don't think your look, can I just help somebody this morning? Your steadfast is not that you can drive the car or write the book, but are you steadfast in the spirit of your mind? Whoa, listen. When the enemy thinks he done cracked the code, you still standing. Do you hear me? In the spirit of your mind. Because your body may be afflicted. But if we can keep your mind tight, the spirit of your mind, Queens, I'm going to tell you that's where, never said this morning. That's all. spiritual warfare. Queen, this thing, so did you hear me? I even asked God, how long? I ain't funny. You know what? We done went into decades. I'm not even going to go there. I don't. Sometimes you just don't know how long, why this one. But can you still stay steadfast and devoted? Can you still come on so you can receive the crown of life? Come on, listen to me. Real talk. Do you hear me? And you say, you release your neighbor, your bully neighbor. You say, God, move them out. Don't start none. Wait a minute. Did you just have this conversation about your bully neighbor the other day? You know what? He moved them out. Real talk. What do you do when the pressure's on? God, do it. Whatever that thing is this morning, say, God, do it. Do you hear me? God, do it. Whoa! Madam Queen, don't start none. Come on, come on, come on, come on. God, do it. Do it. But what do you do when come on, come on, come on. What do you do when the pressure is on? Are you steadfast and unmovable? Maybe you need, this is your opportunity, a second chance, a go get it or go around. Maybe this is your opportunity. We'll bring that thing to the forefront of your mind that is putting pressure on your back. Do you hear me? Whatever that thing is this morning, tell God to use that thing to teach you how, to train you how to stand steadfast. Did you hear me? God, use this moment as an opportunity to train, to develop, to equip how to operate while under pressure. Let him use it, Queen. I always say maximize the moment. It might be big and bigger than you. Use the pressure as opportunity for purpose. Use the pressure as opportunity for purpose. I take everything that is thrown at me. Do you hear me? Every ram of attack, every demonic dimension of attack, can I just say it like it is? Use it as opportunity for purpose. Come on, real talk, Queen. What do you do while under the trial? When your back is up against the wall, when they have thrown rocks at you. Come on. It's only a test. Can you still stand? Matter of fact, where you are right now, it's only a test. Go on through it. Walk it out. Do what's necessary so you can get on with your life. Real talk. How you handle the pressure, Queen? Don't go around there taking everything out on the dog and the cat, or the telemarketer calls on your phone. Did you hear me? Walk that thing out with integrity, with grace. Oh, real talk. Ooh, 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 ooh. Sometimes you gotta hold your tones. You know how sometimes you're talking under your breath. There's just powers and all. It's energy and all that. Those are projections. Mumbling. Stand under pressure. Bring to your mind that which is pure, that which is holy. Real talk. Change your thoughts. You change your mumbling. You change your complaining. God, you got this. Lord, show me how to manage this moment in time. Whatever that thing is. Not mumbling and complaining. They ain't doing this, they ain't doing that, or they ain't on my nerves. They ain't talking about this, and they ain't talking about that. And well, you know what? You might as well just go ahead and say it out loud and get it over with. Mumbling underneath your breath. Because those still thoughts in your mind that's coming out of your mouth. Queens, make sure you're locked and loaded this morning. Blessed is the man who remains, remains committed. He almost had me. Queen, don't start now, Benita. Listen. He almost had me, but my God lifted up a standard against him. You know what? Not. You ever see a body have, you ever go through a convulsion? Hey! Listen. Because you want to say it and do it. Dear Lord, don't do it. Don't say it. I already know, Queen. You hear me? You can feel when that thing come on. You can feel when that thing on the inside, there's a switch or a gauge go off. You turn that valve back down. The devil is a liar. The truth is not in you. Not today. You're not on my watch. Do you hear me? You will not. Whoa! Listen. You will not, shall not. Getting ready to cross over the joy. You ain't finna blow my moment. You ain't finna blow my B.I.G. Listen, come on. It's gonna. You ain't finna blow. No. Not today and not on my watch. You hear me? Oh, listen. Oh, Queen, they coming. Don't start. No, it won't be none. And I expect it. Do you hear me? And I walk like I'm expecting it. Did you hear me? I was dizzy, but I got my sight back. Don't start, no, Queen. I already know how it go. I know how the blows go. You hear me? And then right while you're maintaining and you're recognizing the hit of the blow of the supernatural, God be working that thing out. He just wants us to stay steadfast. Teach us how to maintain. Jesus was in the garden. When he was in the garden of Gethsemane, he was sweating blood. Did you hear me? Because he had to stay steadfast. Unmovable. Did you hear me? While being tested and under trial. Don't stop. Queen, don't listen. No more. Whoa. I was dizzy. You got to catch yourself. Catch your thoughts. Got to remain. And then after, it's just like God just, the thing just, and then it pans its, oh, just pans itself out. Maintain. You got to, man. Come on, hashtag maintain. Listen. Matter of fact, this morning I want to do hashtag walk it out. You got to walk. You got to walk these things. And Queens, is from the inside out, not from the outside in. This is not from the outside. If it was from the outside, I think we'll all be on the news. Bonita Applebaum. Renee Mack. Chantel C. Ross. Listen, if it wasn't for, you know what, don't start none. Be on the news. Live at 11. But thank God for he that is in us is greater than he that is in the world. Did you hear me? Yeah! Good morning, Queens. You better rise up. Don't start nothing, Carolyn. Listen to me, from the inside out. From the inside out, not from the outside in. That means not allowing the outer things to affect your standard in the spiritual realm. Do you hear me? Don't affect your standards in the spiritual realm. You are a queen. You are rising up. Come on, Karen. Don't come in here. Girl, listen to me, from the inside out, not from the outside in. Not allowing your chaos and your circumstances to take you out of your rightful spiritual posture, and recognizing it when it does. Can I tell you? Because there is moments where that thing want to take you to the left, and that is real talk. Don't start nothing. No more rough waves in the sea. Come on, come on, very calm. Listen, I am grateful for this platform and for the prayer, come on, of the righteous, because they prevaileth much. Don't start none. The right reset. Do you hear me, Queen? Listen, rising up, oh my goodness, from the inside out, not from the outside in. That's where this thing is, because life will happen. Chaos will go down. Your environment may not be naturally what you want it to be, but you can set the tones in your spiritual realm. Do you hear me? It'll teach you how to steadfast, how to coast in a storm. Listen to me, from the inside out, not from the outside in. And this is real talk. When you are hitting those rams of warfare, come on, levels, and come on, listen to me, the levels and demonic rams of warfare. Do you hear me? Can you still steadfast? Can you still coast? Can you still carry out? Can you still complete the assignment? Or do you run on the bush and run on the rock when the going gets tough? This is real talk. Some of us will. And then you have to understand, when the pressures get hot and things get tough and the pressure gets too much. Do you hear me? Do you run? Do you run? Do you really run? Because sometimes what starts operating is the spirit of depression. Let me help you this morning. Because sometimes what starts operating is the spirit of depression, other than the, oh, listen. And that is real talk. Do you hear me? Because depression will disconnect you from people at the same time. So you got to make sure your balance is correct. Your balance is right. Because sometimes, I'm going to tell you, Queens, under pressure, I used to have to sit next to the witches and the warlocks. Did you hear me? I'm going to help you. Come on. I still had to go to Sunday school. Listen, I'm going to run up out of here. I still had to go to Sunday school. Come on, listen to me. Come on, I still had to teach Sunday school. Don't start none this morning. Do you hear me? Because there is moments in time you got to let your spirit, man, come on, be the gauge in this thing. Did you hear me? Rising up. Yeah, I had to teach the witches and the warlocks. Let me have a sip this morning. You're not finna fool with me. I'm trying to help somebody this morning, because it's from the inside out, not from the outside in. Can you still handle the assignment while? Oh. Let me have a sip this morning. Woo! Under trial. Come on. You got to rearrange. Come on, press under the pressure. Because if there's a push against you, that means you got to push. You got to, come on, you better, listen to me. Pressure. P-R-E-S-S. Come on, security, don't start now. Can you still maintain your ground? While the Can you see? Can you imagine pressing against you? The spirit of your mind, your chest, something grips it. You ever had your heart gripped by a spirit? Whether it's fear or somebody else's thoughts or projections, can you still stand while that thing is pressing against your spirit? When life is pressing against you, are you still devoted? Can you stay man, steadfast, faithful, committed, loyal? Don't start, no, it won't be, no. It's from the inside out. Come on, they avail. He said the prayers of the righteous availeth much. While you praying, while you teaching, you praying. Help me, Holy Ghost. Did you hear me? Knowing who you are while working your assignments. Real talk. Queens, listen. On your next trial, because you're going to get multiple opportunities, how are you handling your pressure? How are you handling your pressure? Can you still do what's required? Because some of you are going to get opportunities again. You're going to have to go into places to go get what belongs to you. Did you hear me? And don't you crack under pressure. Matter of fact, he told Jeremiah, look in their faces like flint. Don't let them see you. Don't you flinch. Do you hear me? How do you handle your pressure? Walk like you are who God says you are. Hold your ground. Real talk this morning. Because you might gotta you might gotta walk through. Whoa! Listen. You might gotta walk through the circus, but you ain't part of it. On this next one. Did you hear me? You know what? I'm running with you, Queen. I'm running with you. I'm running with you. I remember, and I'm going to get out here before they mess up my broadcast. I was at church, and I couldn't take. I was like, I don't know what this is, what these. It was so much witchcraft, it was ridiculousness. So I stepped back. I said, Lord, I got to step back. Because not only was the witchcraft operating, it was at the top. I said, okay, I recognize you. So I had to step back. And then one day, God, it was like maybe 3 months later, he said, now go back. Man, he took everything down. Do you hear me? I said, Lord, you bad to the bone. Because there were some fights they were not mine. They were at the top. They were on another rank. Step back. I said, God, do it. So for 3 months, I stepped back. And when I walked back in, he pulled everything. DOWN, down from the top. Do you hear me? Let's go reset. We get ready to Queen Weekend. Listen, they're ready to get to the other side. Y'all make sure you join me over on TikTok. On TikTok, we're getting ready to go over there at 9:45. I'm going to be on time today. I'm going to do this today. 9:45. We start at 10 o'clock on top of the hour. My TikTok handle was Queen Rise Up #1. Queen singular Rise Up #1 over on TikTok. So make sure you join me for 30 minutes of walking it out. And make sure you check out my t-shirt apparel line. I did this one, walk it out, hashtag walk it out. Make sure you check it out. Listen, it is available as well. This is hashtag walk it out. You got to walk it out, Queens. I'm sorry to inform you. How you walk your walk, it is personal. Can I tell you? Because everybody's going to meet their own personal experiences. Real talk. Don't you start none. The Uber Queen, listen, I had my daughter cracking up. I said, girl, I just been looking out the window waiting for my car. I saw it was a car across the street, Queen. It was blue. I said, I know that belongs to the neighbor. Listen, don't stop. Don't want to be none. So my expectations on how God do this thing is really high. I want you to know that. And it is. But listen to me. Know that I love you guys. I'll see you on the other side. And those who desire to do so, you can give. You can give, you can give, you can give. And remember, I know the Queen said earlier, this thing is by faith and not by sight. Listen, you can give to Queen Rise Up, or you can do PayPal or Zelle. I don't know if you can see that I put the white up there so you can check out the whole email. And no gift is small. It doesn't matter. One of my queens, and he going to bless her. Do you hear me? So no gift is too small. Don't be like, oh, I can't send this. Listen to me. If God has blessed your heart, here where Queen Rise Up has been, have empowered you. I mean, a seed in the ground is better than no seed at all. Do you hear me? Don't worry about the value of the seed. It is with the heart that God is concerned with. Do you hear me? Don't think you got to send on a whole bunch. Maybe it's just your little bit. And God will take your little bit and he will make it much. Do you hear me? He will. You plan it. So I'm going to come and give it the water, and then God will give it the increase. So listen, don't be afraid. I'm doing this so you can see. I don't know why the app doesn't give us all of the information. But listen. Go ahead and give. If God has touched your heart today, make sure you give Queen Rise Up #1. That is the Cash App. And PayPal is ChantelGR5@gmail.com. PayPal and Zelle works the same. And remember, nothing's too small. Do you hear me? And make sure you check out the apparel line with Queen Rise Up. Let me just do something because I did something. Grab your... Let's see if it lets me add it on to here. That's what I'm wearing today. Walk it out. So grab your new apparel, grab your t-shirts. And listen, then we have, this is also available. It is Faith Over Fear. You can inbox me. You can put it on white, or you can put it on different color t-shirts. Know your worth. Make sure that it's silver, glitter, and with gold, with red glitter. So get yours. Your t-shirts. Right here through Queen Rise Up. God is my keeper. Listen to me. They are available unto you. We do the sizes 5 through 6X. We'll make it happen. That's how we do over here. If you haven't already, are you on God's heavenly medical team? Let me tell you something. Are you the intercessor? Are you standing on your ground? Are you on your front gates? Your north, south, your east, and your west? I am God's heavenly medical team. Queen, real talk. What's your role and what is your position? Do you hear me? And we know life goes like this. Listen, don't you start none, won't be none. So listen, Queens, I want you to grab your t-shirts. And then we have this one. So listen to me. Many are called, but I am chosen. Let me do this one next. Just bear with me while we run through this thing. Because you are called. Many are called. Do you hear me? Many are called. But you got to know that you are chosen. So let me throw that one in there. It says, many are called, but I am chosen. Queen, get up and grab your apparels. And just working on so much and so many other t-shirts and other apparel. But make sure you grab your t-shirts. This is another excellent way to support as well. And maybe it's not always in that area of giving in the apps, but you can also give by being supportive to Queen Rise Up. And that is real tough. This one here, I am tough, I am confident, I am strong, I am valuable, I am determined. You can create that shirt to I am however you are. Do you hear me? So if you want to customize it, I am beautiful, I am bold, I am, listen to me, I am wealthy. You can put anything on, everything's customizable. And if you see that queen on the side, that is a woman's face, you can add or you can delete that. Everything is customizable here with Queen Rise Up. Guys, I can't see your comments. I'm just kind of doing the t-shirt run here. You know, one of the ones we started out in the beginning, Queen Rise Up, that's purple and silver. This one right here, one of my most beautiful, because you guys know I love butterflies. Listen, they're here. And this one here, enjoy your journey. Find joy in your journey. Listen, guys, check out the apparel line here with Queen Rise Up. There is so much, and there is still so much yet to come. So, guys, I see you on the other side here of Queen Rise Up. I'm sorry, over on Queen Rise Up over on TikTok, where we're going to do 30 minutes of walking that thing out. I hope I didn't miss anybody's comments because I'm here. Let me see here. Listen, get your sport. Amen, Queen. Listen to me. The ministry is good ground. And to God be the glory, Queens. I'll keep on tilling and keep on fighting. Listen, so the weeds won't overtake your seeds and doesn't stop. Listen to me. The show must go on. Do you hear me? So listen, I want to thank you so much for joining me here on Queen Rise Up. You also are welcome to email me at queensriseup1@gmail.com. It's the same handle with a pearl, Queens with an S, riseup1@gmail.com. You can email me. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, you are welcome to email me. I do respond, and I try to do it in a timely manner while the load is light. So listen, so please, if you have any questions, you are welcome to contact me. Know that I love you right here on Queen Rise Up. I'll see you on the other side over on TikTok, where we're getting ready to walk it out. It's our 30 minutes of self-love. I want you to join me. We're going to walk this thing out. Do you hear me? Listen, know that I love you. You guys be blessed. Thank you for joining me. And watch your pressure points today. Watch your pressure points. What is it that causes you to lose spiritual ground? Watch your pressure points. You hear me? You are in control of that. So listen, know that I love you. Be blessed. I'll see you on the other side. We got 30 minutes of self-love. Let's do this thing. Know that I love you. You guys be blessed, and make sure